By the time I get done doing the Haka, figuratively speaking here, but I'm ready to kill somebody. The long lineage of warriors and ancestors that have come before me that's built into one piece, and behind my tribal is a life story. The Haka to me is a communication line between you and your ancestors. It channeled an inner spirit inside of me that gave me extra strength, or mana, as they would say. Mana is the energy, it's like the life, the extra breath you have inside of you to keep going. Every time I did the Haka with my dad, with my brothers, it's so hard to explain right now. I'm getting like goosebumps talking about it. I can literally feel his energy transfer like into my body. And when I do it, before I go and play, like all my teammates, they're hyped, I'm hyped. It's all the energy from the ancestors passed down over time. That's something I live by. You know, when I hear Pacific Islander, I take a lot of pride in that. You know, I think of great players like Junior Seau, Polamalu, Nada, all the guys that have come before me. And for me to represent my culture in any way possible, I'm proud to do. This tattoo right here, it's our family piece right here. No other Polynesian has this tattoo. My father has it, my older brother Whitley, my older brother Sam, my older brother BJ, and I have it, all the boys. We get this tattoo gifted to us from my father when he feels we have become the age of a man. I didn't get mine until I was 18, I graduated high school. The base of my tattoo is the kava bowl, also known as the tanoa bowl. In my culture, whether you're Fijian, Tongan, Samoan, Hawaiian, the kava bowl represents celebrations, the passing of loved ones, forgiveness, love. It's used to mix a drink that comes from the kava root. So the kava root is pounded over time. It's strained through water and it creates a drink. And so that drink is so special in our islands. If you murdered somebody, yes, there would be a lot of chaos. But if you came with this kava bowl and you sat down in a real traditional kava ceremony and you served the family of the victim a cup of kava and you ask for forgiveness, they'll forgive you. Because that's how strong this kava bowl is. So that's why we've used this kava bowl as the centerpiece of our tattoo. My mother's Fijian, she comes from Fijian ancestry. The weapon of choice for Fijian warriors back in the days was the Fijian war club. That's what they'd use to go to war, beat down their enemies, and as you know, Fijians, cannibalists, they eat their enemies after they kill them. So I put that to protect the kava bowl. Going across it is the Tongan kailau stick, which is also the Tongan warriors' weapon of choice. We have the ocean waves right here. As you know, the South Pacific, the islands are surrounded by ocean. That's how my ancestors were able to travel. Without ocean, I mean, we didn't have no cars, there were no roads, no bridges, interstates that connect the islands. So the ocean is what allowed us passage. Above that, we have the coconut leaves. So the coconut leaves and the coconut tree itself is the tree of life. Anything you could possibly think of, you could make it from coconut leaves. My tattoo does mean a lot to me. I look at it every day. It's not just a piece of ink on my arm, it's my family, it's my ancestors, it's my lineage, and you know, it's everybody that's come before me and will come after me. My mother had 5 of us, 4 boys, 1 girl. My sister Brittany died before I was born. She died of birth complications. 3 years later, my mother's pregnant with me. And they said it was a miracle. And a week before I'm supposed to be born, they get into a deadly accident with a drunk driver. My father's driving, my mother's in the passenger seat, my uncle's there, and 3 of my brothers are in the back seat. The guy who was driving the opposite vehicle was a drunk driver. He died. All my brothers, my mother, my dad, my uncle, all survived, no scratches. My mother was worried that she lost me. And this is where I believe my sister plays a huge role as my guardian angel. That's why I have her name tatted on me. I was a fully healthy child, the biggest of all my brothers born. My name Breiden comes from the letter B for Brittany, for my sister's name, and Raiden for Mortal Kombat, because my brothers loved Mortal Kombat growing up. For anybody that's had tattoos, like a fresh tattoo in the sun is like horrible. You know, like it's like that sunburn feeling, and then when it starts to get to like that itch mode, and it's like hot, you're like trying to fan it, but it's like you're trying to like tap it because it's itchy. I'm always in the sun, so my tattoos tend to just dry out over time, and they tend to just fade. But like I've applied it, it looks like I have a layer of baby oil on, but I don't. I was never a guy that was like, hey, let me go put on some, application stuff, because I never knew about it. Like, I'm interested to use the new product, as it's cooling gel and it's gonna make it feel a lot cooler and better. Like that kind of gets me excited. I love how my tattoo looks right now.